saw this, I was like, what are you doing? This would have worked last week. You know? It works today too, right?
That's great.
Oh, it's green! Yes! I need two of them. Oh, fun. Well, today's talk is titled, Activate the Power of God. Anybody want to do that? Yes. You have the power. It is within you to activate the power of God because it is right here, right now, in you all the time. You don't have to look anywhere else. You don't have to look to some being out there to bring it on. You have the power within you. I want to tell a story today about this Miss Harris, who was a teacher in Oakland, California, in the same district that I worked for, and taught the same grade I did, actually. And she did something I think was incredible one day. I don't know if she's still teaching or anything about her, but I know she was a phenomenal first grade teacher and loved these children. Here she is playing music with them. And she also did a lot of art with them. And she one day did this art project, and she asked her class to draw a picture of something they were grateful for. And her student, Doug, drew this picture. And the whole class was like, wow, because you know how in first grade they show the pictures up, right? Everybody holds them up, and so she asked the class, what is this? And some of the students said, oh, it's a farmer's hand, or it's a doctor's hand, it's a preacher's hand, it's God's hand. And the whole class got so involved in all of this conversation, and the teacher went on to somebody else's picture. And a little while later, when she was going around and talking to each student, she came back to Doug, and she realized, because he's working on something else, and she realized that she'd never asked him what that was a picture of. And she said, Doug, what was that picture of a hand? Whose hand was that? And he said, teacher, that was your hand. And Doug was a very shy child and often spent the recesses near the teacher and often holding her hand. And she says, oftentimes I would hold his hand because he felt so alone and he was so frightened. And I felt like it encouraged him. And of course, she said, I held other students' hands as well, but there was something about holding Doug's hand. And she says, when I saw this picture, and when he told me that that was my hand, I felt so much appreciation and so much gratitude for what I get to do as a teacher and how I can have an effect and empower these young children to find out who they are and discover who they are. And she said, in the same way, that appreciation and that gratitude that Doug showed me fed my soul and helped me I could take that seed of gratitude and it multiplied itself in me and helped me to be even a more powerful teacher. And that's what gratitude is. For gratitude is an energy that we share with all life. It's an energy that as soon as we are grateful, that energy goes out into the universe and grows and expands. And gratitude really is the energy of God, of spirit, of truth, of light. It's one of the most powerful energies in the universe. Gratitude transforms our energy right now. As soon as we are grateful, it lifts our vibration and intensifies all that we are and brings us into our truth. Can I hear a hallelujah, as Omar would say?
Thank you.
Spirit goes where energy flows. Gratitude, when we are grateful, we are affirming this energy of gratitude within ourselves and projecting it out into the universe. And it's with this energy that spirit flows. Spirit goes where energy flows. You've heard me talk about Eric Butterworth. He was a Unity minister and had one of the biggest churches in the Unity movement. And he was also an author and just an incredible being. He tells a story in this book about a missionary who goes to Africa and to work with a number of different tribes in Africa. And somebody's dog is coming in. Somebody lose a dog? Hi. You can come in.
He's looking for his daddy.
He says, where is my master?
Maybe not in here?
Oh, what a sweet dog. He wants to hear the message. So, this missionary goes to Africa to be with a number of different African tribes to study them and be with them. And the missionary finds this tribe, and I have to say, at this time, everyone was opulent. The tribes in Africa were all extremely doing well. They had food and they had prosperity and they were abundant, all except one tribe. And this missionary spent time with this tribe and he learned the language so that he could communicate with them. And what he discovered was they did not have a word for gratitude. They didn't have a word for giving thanks. Being thankful was not a part of their vocabulary or part of the way they interacted with each other. And he says, I'm not saying that that's the cause of the lack that this tribe seems to be embracing, but he just says, I'm just noticing how interesting. They don't have a word for gratitude. With a grateful heart, I accept my riches. With a grateful heart, I accept my riches. I want to try an experiment. Are you all for an experiment? Uh-oh. Okay, so in a minute, you're going to turn to somebody near you. So why doesn't everybody find somebody that you can, that you're going to just work with them just for a couple minutes? All right? Everybody find somebody? Get up, move around. If you don't have somebody, I promise you, this is not going to hurt. And if it does, we have a first aid kit in the other room. But it shouldn't. Okay, everybody got somebody? Is there anybody who doesn't have somebody? Cindy doesn't have somebody. Okay, you got somebody? Okay, so now we're going to have some fun and we're going to practice saying this affirmation. Everybody got somebody? Okay, we're good? Okay, do I have a happy class? All right. Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do, just for the fun of it, in a moment, I'm going to ask one of you to turn to the other person. You can decide who's first, or we'll do it both ways. And I'm going to invite you to say this affirmation like it doesn't mean anything. It's just some words that you're saying to the other person, right? But you all know how to do that, right? It's like when you're thinking about the baseball game or, So, okay, so do that now. Well, the first person just turns to the other person and says, with a grateful heart, I accept my riches. That shouldn't take long. All right, now the other person. Okay, now the other person, the second person, turns and says it to the first person. No. Okay, now Now we're going to lift it up a moment. Now we're going to say it with meaning and feeling and really embrace it with a grateful heart. I accept my richness, and I want you to feel it and use your body and say it knowing it's true. Yeah? Okay, do that now. Okay, now if you've done that, turn it around and any other person say the same thing. Come on, feel some energy. Come on. So did it feel different to you? Did you feel that energy moving? And so that's, the idea is when we say affirmations, when we state the truth, it vibrates through our whole body. Every cell, every tissue, every space in our body feels that energy. So my invitation to you, when you use affirmations, is to use your whole body. To stand up even and do it. And to, wow, and just be in it. Feel that which you desire to feel. Imagine with this affirmation to feel grateful. Right? To feel loving. To exert that heart energy and that accepting of this truth. Now, let's all stand. This is much more effective if we stand up and do it, yeah? I know you didn't expect this to be a participatory event this morning. Okay, so we're going to feel the gratefulness. We're going to feel the love. We're going to accept our richness and all the abundance that comes with that, yeah? So now we'll just all say it up to the universe, yeah? On three. 1, 2, 3. With a grateful heart, I accept my riches. All right, thank you. That's it. Thank you, guys. Gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the key that opens, that unlocks the fullness of life. When we are grateful, we are turning the key that opens all the possibility, unlocks all the possibilities in the universe for us to be able to experience. Wow. It's like, I want to do that. Right? I want to feel that. I want to be that. Yes? Oh, yeah. Anybody who doesn't want to? So gratitude is the key that unlocks the fullness of life. Albert Schweitzer said, at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. Wow. Anybody ever light your flame? You know, we're here to appreciate the people who have lit our flame. Who's lit your flame? Woo! Your flame is always lit. Well, you know, and the beauty of us being a spiritual community, and actually we are a sangha. A sangha is a Buddhist word for a community of people that come together to be together in spirit, in truth. We are unity in general, unity in Maui. I really believe all people on this planet are a sangha. We're here to encourage each other to be the fullness that we are, the fullness of spirit. And to remind each other when we forget of the truth of who we are and what we are here to do and to be. So here are 5 keys to a rich life. Anybody want to have a rich life?
Yes.
You have it. Yeah, we have it. We have is part of having it, isn't it? So, first key is to give thanks in advance. You know, when we give thanks in advance of receiving our good, it's like we're making a deposit in our spiritual bank. Giving thanks in advance puts a deposit in our spiritual bank. It also opens us up for our good. Jesus has a couple of great examples of this. You might remember the raising of Lazarus from the dead. Remember Jesus went, even got her, his friend Lazarus, his good friend Lazarus, had been dead for 4 days. Somebody came to Jesus and said, Jesus, your friend is dead. And Jesus is like, oh, all right, I'll get to him. I got some stuff to do here. And it took him 4 days to get there. And when he got there, some people were pretty disappointed with him because it took him so long to get there. And Jesus is like, I'm not worried. And he stands in front of Lazarus' tomb, and do you remember what he says?
Lazarus come forward.
Well, before that he says, thank you, God. Right? Thank you, God. I'm paraphrasing, but I know he says, thank you, God, for what's about to happen. And then he says, Lazarus, come forth. And Lazarus gets up and walks out with his bandages on and walks out of the tomb. A pretty amazing story. But you know what's true about it? Is it has meaning for us. Because gratitude can bring to life the places and the things in us that appear to be dead.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. So when we are grateful, it's like the universe opens up and says, oh, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Here's how you can be. Here's what you can do. It's like, wow. When we are grateful, the universe says, I have gifts for you. Are you willing to receive? Yeah. Another great example was the feeding of the 5,000. I always love the scripture because it says 5,000 men and women and children. So, and we always think, oh, that's just 5,000 people. Yeah, but it's 5,000 men and women and children. Right? There was a lot more than 5,000 people. So all these people showed up, and the disciples had, I think it was 12 loaves and 12 fishes, or something like that, right? And what is it? 5 loaves and 2 fishes, my biblical scholar says. and so you can imagine, so there's thousands of people, and Jesus looks at the fishes and the loaves, and I don't think for a second he's wondering, how am I going to feed all these people? But instead he says, thank you for these gifts that feed all these people. And they passed out, and I think there was even some stuff left, if I remember correctly. How much was left?
26 baskets of food is left over.
26 baskets of food are left over. Where did they come from? I have a theory about that, because everybody in those days carried food with them wherever they went, and they shared it. But what's great about this story is this is also about us. Because we have access to this spiritual food when we give thanks. When we are grateful, in the same way the universe says, want some food? Want some inspiration? Want some ideas? Want some imagination? Want some power? Want some ability? It's all right here. And we can access it through the power of gratitude. Woo! Man, we are powerful. God is powerful in you.
Hallelujah.
God is powerful in me. Say that. God is powerful in me. It is the presence of God's desire to be powerful as you. Because that's how the presence expresses its power. And the second key to an attitude of gratitude is to be willing to receive. Be willing to receive. Why do we need to receive? You know, it goes back to the idea that I said early on, that, you know, that spirit moves. Where spirit is where energy moves. And so we have to keep things moving. If somebody offers us something, we accept it. And we have to be willing to accept our good. Sometimes I've found myself being reluctant to receive. You? Maybe in the moment I don't feel deserving, or I feel like somebody else should have it. But I know when I resist my good, in a sense the universe says, oh, you're resisting your good, you don't really want it? Is that what I'm hearing? All right, then it'll go somewhere else. Spirit goes where energy flows. Eckhart Tolle has this quote that really pisses me off. Can I say that in church?
You already did.
Oh, all right. Well, here it is anyway. Whatever you think the world is withholding from you, you are withholding from the world. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. You know, if you feel like you don't have enough love, you don't have enough imagination, you don't have enough power, look at yourself. Are we withholding that which we desire? Because the universe is always there, reacting to us. The presence of God that is in everything, that is the vibration of everything, is always there, offering us everything. But we have to be in the flow. Spirit goes where energy flows. Okay, I don't want to look at that one any longer. Actually, it's a great wake-up call, isn't it? Just to pay attention and say, wow, what am I feeling right now? I'm not feeling really loved right now.
Right.
You have to give it. It's pretty doggone hard not to love somebody when they love you. Isn't it? So the third key is to be thankful for what you have. And just whatever that is. Just to make that a daily practice, just to be thankful for everything you have. This morning, I was sitting in my office, and I'm just looking around my office, and I'm giving thanks for a new bookcase that came to me recently that holds the books that I use and study with, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And my computer, and my table, and my carpet, and the light, and the truth, and just to be in that moment. To be thankful for what we have. I've heard people say, you know, I hate my old car. I can't wait to get another one. Well, you think that other one's in a hurry to get here? Right? Because it's energy. Love what you have. And when the time is right for something new to move into your life, it will come in with bells on, welcoming this moment because it will feel welcome. Oprah Winfrey wrote, be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough. I'll let you read that one. So what is the fourth key to developing an attitude of gratitude? To embrace gratitude right now. And to me, that's different than the previous one because this is just about appreciating this moment right now. By the way, I have a walkie-talkie that has all these notes on it if you want to remember this stuff later. Embrace what's happening for you right now. just to take time in your day, just to put it on pause and appreciate right now. Well, I think that's the power of meditation, yes, to just be in the moment, appreciating, giving gratitude, being present right now. We can distract ourselves so easily. Can we? What is it that Rick Hansen says about this? He says, rest your attention on a good fact. Something that is really true. Rest your attention on a good fact. Why do you suppose that works? Because it practices everything that we've been talking about up until this point. It's just think of something's good. Think of something that is true. That I am loving. I am powerful. I am an expression of God. I am a perfect expression of God. Just focus on that. Let that be your remembrance in the moment and your meditation. Just to be present right here. Rest your attention wherever you are on a good fact. I am love. I am peace. I am joy. I am grateful. I'm a perfect expression of God. I love that one. I guess I've said it a few times. Thich Nhat Hanh said, walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. I love that image. You know, to think of each step as something to be grateful for. And just to practice that. Giving thanks for every step, wherever you are. I love doing it outside. I do it outside here on the grass, or out here on the grass. Just to be thankful for this moment. It's a great practice to remember how precious this moment is, and how dear life is, and how beautiful it is to be alive, and how beautiful it is to be conscious and alive. Gratitude opens your eyes to the limitless potential of the universe. Wow, that's what I want to know. Gratitude opens your eyes to the limitless potential of the universe. Connects you with all of the knowledge, all of the truth that you can know to operate and to be in your life with power and love and joy, peace, truth. And the fifth key is to reward those who enrich you. Again, spirit goes where energy flows. So we want to reward all of the places where we receive gifts, all of the ways that we are enriched. You know, we are a tithing ministry, which means we tithe 10% of everything that comes in to the people and places that enrich us. And we give to Silent Unity every month. I give to Silent Unity. Because we're giving to the source of our inspiration. We did, all time, The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. After we did that book as a book series, or during the time that we did it, we sent Michael Singer a tithe. Now you think, and some people thought and voiced it to me, why would we send Michael Singer some money? He's got lots of it, right? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why we sent Michael Singer a tithe. Because we have been inspired and transformed by his work. We tithe to the places that inspire us. I want Michael Singer to be so popular and to keep doing so much work that I continue to be inspired by the work of Michael Singer. Yeah. I tithe to Silent Unity because I know, I worked there for 2 years and I've been there and I know the work that they do, but I also know hundreds of people who have been dramatically influenced by praying with Silent Unity. Silent Unity offers a tremendous benefit to this planet, to this ministry, and to all of Unity, and to the, I forget how many people call a year. It's 1.5 million people that call Silent Unity a year. Because we know that prayer works. We know that their work works. And I want Silent Unity to be successful. How about you? So with a grateful heart, I accept my richness. Now we can say this one of a couple of ways. How do you want to say it? With joy and enthusiasm, yes? Okay. Well, take a deep breath. Center your focus. Bring your energy into this moment. And let's say this with truth and knowingness that we are abundant and prosperous, and you are abundant and prosperous in many, many ways. So let's say it together. Together. With a grateful heart, I accept my richness. Woo! So how do we activate the power of God? With gratitude. Gratitude activates the power of God, and you have the power. And so it is. Let's join together in prayer meditation. And take a deep breath. Loving Spirit, right here in this moment, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, universe, for this gift of truth. To know these truths and practice these truths. And to be able to live our lives out of this foundation of truth. Out of this foundation that surrounds us, that permeates all that we are. And with grateful hearts, let us accept the blessings of the universe right now. Moving in and through and as us in this room, on this planet. Open your grateful heart. And celebrate this moment with gratitude. loving Spirit. For all the blessings in our lives. Thank you for the truth that sets us free. And expands our love out into the world.